Hey there, everybody! It's your old pal Michael here. I haven't done one of these before, so I figured I'll do one day in the life vlog. Like I said, I haven't done one of these before. I've kind of like done some vlogging, but never actually showed you like kind of what a day is like for me. I happen to have the day off today, so that's why I'm doing this. I just woke up about 20 minutes ago. I'm fairly tired still. It's like 9:50. I wanted to get up at like 8 o'clock because that's when my wife was getting up to get ready to go to work. She had to work at 9. And typically in the mornings, I like to get up at 8 if I'm not working, or if I'm working like a little bit later, I'll get up at 8. I don't know, I just like to get up at that time, I guess, to kind of use the most I can out of my day. But yeah, I'm pretty tired right now. We'll start off and show you what I do for breakfast. Alright, we'll go into the bathroom here first, and don't worry, no, I'm not going to be going to the bathroom. I never show that to you on camera. Gotta grab myself a vitamin first. I take a men's multivitamin supplement every single day. So, that's what I'm going to grab here. It's a lot harder to grab these when you got the camera in your hand. So I'll grab one of those, and we'll get going. Now first off, before we continue, I'm actually going to stop by this room here. I was going to do a separate video about this, but I decided I won't. This TV that I play video games on, for the most part, all of a sudden decided to stop working. I came in here last night to try to play some Wolfenstein 3D for Super Nintendo on it, and I couldn't even get the TV to come on, so I had to go downstairs and play. And this TV was actually going to go downstairs in my entertainment center that I'm actually going to put down there once it gets over here, once it gets repainted. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that now. I might have to find a different one. And just to show you that I'm not kidding about this, I'll plug this thing in. Here's the power button right here. Nothing. Doesn't even come on. So, I don't know what's wrong with it. I tried to look up online what maybe is wrong with it. Said maybe it blew a fuse to it. I'm not exactly quite sure. So, I don't know if I want to go get it repaired either. It might be cheaper just go look for something like that size at a garage sale. Oh, yeah, I've already got the light on out here. Tried to go turn the light. You can see I'm still tired. Then I usually look at this Michigan fact that I have every day because I have this calendar here. But that's about to end, of course, at the end of the year, because I've been doing that all year. Turn the heat on already. Next thing I like to do is I grab a banana, and I'll grab a glass of orange juice and milk. So I got my orange juice and milk right there. And then I usually have toast, but because I got up so late, I think I'm going to skip toast just so I can get going on the day. And then I'm going to have some cereal, so I'm going to have some Rice Krispies. So I'm going to put that down so I can actually get everything ready here. So I changed my clothes, you can tell. Decided I better get dressed now. Because after breakfast, I'm actually going to go up to Grand Rapids and go to Game Changers up there and look for some video games. So I'll bring the camera along. I'm probably not going to record inside though because I just don't know how a business would feel about that. So I'm just going to kind of record the outside, and then we'll record what I got once I get back in the car. So we'll do that. Other things coming up today too that I'm going to be doing. I'm actually going to be running. Today's a Friday, and usually Friday is a day off for me running. I usually run 5 days a week, Monday through Thursday, and then Saturday. That's just for now though. Once we get back to next summer, I'm going to do 6 days a week. It's just that I was doing 5 all year, and I figured why kick it up to 6 when my marathon training starts, and it's going to go back down to 4 days. A lot of heavy running going to be going on then. So I didn't run yesterday because it was really windy here in Michigan. It was crazy. It was 20 mile an hour steady wind with 30, 35 mile an hour gusts. So I didn't want to get out in that. And I know today they said it's supposed to still be windy, but it's not going to be as windy. It's going to be 15 to 20 mile an hour winds, so it'll be a lot easier to handle. So that's why I'm going to run today. I'm not obviously going to take the camera out for me with running, but I'll let you know I'm going to go for a run. And then, of course, I got to get cleaned up, too. I know I don't seem like I have a lot of facial hair. I can't grow facial hair that well, but it's itchy and stuff, so I got to shave and take a shower. Don't worry, you will not be seeing that. I would never show that. That'd just be really crazy and probably get me banned from YouTube for having like showing me taking a shower and stuff. So yeah, you won't see that. And then when my wife gets home, we're going over to my in-laws' home, or yeah, we're going over to their house, their home. Geez, I can't talk. I guess I'm tired still. So we'll be going over there having spaghetti for dinner and watching some Star Trek this evening. So I mean, once she gets home, we're pretty much going to stop recording, so you know what's going on. I'll repeat it at the end again, what's going on. But yeah, that's just typically what I'm going to do on today's day off. On the other days that on the other days of the week, Mondays that's usually a chore day for me. I usually clean the house, mow the lawn if it's like during the spring and summertime, take care of the garbage recycling, do the dishes and do the laundry, all before I go to work. And I do all the chores on one day, that way so another day I don't have to end up doing them. Tuesdays is a work day, and then afterwards I just chill and play games, and then watch Supergirl that I recorded the night before, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Wednesdays, another work day, go running, or of course I run also on Monday and then Tuesday, and then Wednesday I join my running group down at Borges, run there after I get out of work, and then come home and just kind of relax. And my wife's horseback ride, so I might watch a little Star Trek or play some games, and then we head to the Richland pub to have dinner. A really late dinner, actually, because it's around like 10 o'clock, so my stomach's gotten pretty used to Wednesdays eating fairly late. Then Thursdays is another day where I typically work. Sometimes on Tuesdays or sometimes on Thursdays I'll have those days off. So once in a while, like the day off during the week changes. It could be a Tuesday, it could be a Thursday, or it could be a Friday. But if I work on Thursday, I work, and then I just come home and relax and play games. Of course, you're probably wondering, well, don't you hang out with your wife in there? And yes, we do hang out. We watch movies, watch TV together. We play board games together. So, I mean, yeah, I love my wife. So we definitely do things together. And then today, with being Friday, like I already told you what I'm doing. I usually go to a game store once a week on my day off, and so that's why I'm going up to Game Changers today. I'm like collecting for my video game collection, so that's why I'm going up there today. And like I said, I wouldn't be running if I had ran yesterday, but because the weather was just kind of ridiculous, I decided not to do that. Now, if on the weekends it alternates, I get some Saturdays off, some Sundays off. The Saturdays I get off, most of the time I'm watching college football, if it's football season, or college basketball season. And if it's summer, we'll definitely go out and do some stuff. During the week, during the summer, I'll probably go out golfing. And so that's something that I really enjoy doing. I haven't done a lot of that recently, of course, because I was planning to get married this past year, so I decided, well, I'm not going to do it the rest of the summer. So haven't golfed, but definitely would do that during the summer on my day off. But Saturdays, yeah, usually watching sports or participating in 5K races. So and really enjoy doing that. Once winter hits, it'll be Borges Run Camp that we'll be participating in every single morning. And then usually if I work, I'll work later in the day. So I'll work, or if I have the day off, then I'll just be like watching sports and playing games. Sundays, if I that always is normal in the mornings. Always have breakfast and go to church, have lunch with my family, and then head off to work. If I happen to have the day off, then I will stay over at my parents' home, and we'll just watch sports on TV, visit our relatives, and play a game of Skip-Bo later in the evening and have dinner with them. So now you know typically what I do for the whole week, but we're just going to kind of show you what I do for the rest of the day on this day off. So now I've had breakfast, I brushed my teeth, and I've cleaned the George Foreman, so my wife will be happy about that. We had chicken last night for dinner, so we grilled the chicken on the George Foreman. It was very delicious. My wife is a very good cook, a lot better than what I could do, because I really don't know how to cook anything. I'm just terrible at that. So I've got my video game list. I'm going to get ready to go to Game Changers now. However, first, before we go out there, we have to stop by the garage and start up the snowblower. Why do I say that? Well, I was during breakfast, I was reading that there happens to be a winter storm warning, not warning, I should say, a winter storm watch that's been issued for 23 counties in Michigan. And the one I'm in is Kalamazoo County, and that one happens to be under the winter storm watch. They're saying like 5 to 8 inches of snow is possible. Yay! No, I'm not very happy. I don't want snow, but I know it's a reality that, you know, in Michigan, we're going to get snow. And it sucks. And you might not be able to hear me very well now because now it's pretty windy. It's still windy outside here, and it's cold. I mean, this is a cold wind. So I'm just going to throw my video game list in the car. Then we're going to go start up the snowblower. I'll head back to my garage here. Oh gosh, I can't even imagine what it's going to be like tomorrow. I can already picture it snowing and being windy like this and being cold. And speaking of that, actually, I have like a 5K race tomorrow too, the WMU Turkey Trot. So that's going to be fun to run in. Yeah, our garage is a mess because we've been working on inside of our house and stuff. So I'll grab the snowblower, gas it up here. And we'll see if we can get this puppy to start. I know it takes a while to get it to start, but then we gotta let it run. It's got like cobwebs on it too. So I guess I better clean this thing first. You could probably see the cobwebs on it. But yeah, we got a race tomorrow at the Western Turkey Trot. So like I said, that's going to be very, very interesting with all the snow going on. I do plan on running in it. It's going to suck because it's probably going to be windy and snowy, and my time's probably going to be terrible. But that's okay. I mean, at least we'll be out there running and having fun. All right, we got this thing gassed up. Now it's time to see if we can get this thing started. Heat on. Choke lever to full. Armor button 3 times. Oh, here's the rope. Boy, this thing doesn't even sound like it wants to start it off. Holy crap. We're going to stop this for a second because this thing doesn't even sound like it wants to start. Got it going. I just had to prime it a little bit more. See all the smoke coming from it. So I'm going to let the engine run a little bit from here. Here, we'll go over here to talk, so maybe that noise isn't so loud. The reason why that thing is smoking so much is just because I haven't ran it, of course, since last year when we had snow. So that's why it's just smoking like that. It's always like that when you haven't ran it in a while. So I just want to make sure that this thing is running and ready to blow the snow tomorrow. It's not the greatest snow blower in the world. If you do get a lot of snow, it doesn't pick it up very well. So hopefully it'll work just fine for this storm, and hopefully I won't have to use it a lot at all this year. We're supposed to have an El Nino year, so I mean we're supposed to not get as much snow. So, all right, now we're in the car. We're gonna get traveling up to Game Changers now. So we'll see when we get there. It's windy up here in Grand Rapids too, so we've made it. Unfortunately, what we do every time. But yeah, this is Game Changers right here. I mean, this is such a sweet place. I mean, you can tell by the outside. Look at the Mario design up top. We have so many games inside. So we're going to go in, look for some Genesis games, and hopefully find some goodies. So here we are. I got my purchases in the bag, as you can see in there. So we will show you them when we get home. which for you will just be in a few seconds. For me, it'll be at least an hour. Alright, so we made it home. And you know, I was thinking about that snow... Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. I've been thinking about that snowstorm that's going to be happening. And they're saying like 5 to 8 inches, or they're saying, you know, like 3 to 6 or 1 to 3 or something like that. And you know, I was thinking because the temperature for next week is actually going to, it's going to like warm up into the 40s again. And by Thanksgiving, we're actually going to have like rain showers. So I was thinking actually maybe not even blowing off the driveway, because I mean it's going to melt anyways. So why waste my time with that? So that's just what I was thinking. I mean, I don't know. What do you think about it? So anyways, let's reveal those games I actually ended up going to get up at Game Changers, which like I said is like a really sweet place. If you're ever in Grand Rapids and looking for games, check them out. They're on North Park Street in Grand Rapids. So I got Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I got it in the box. I had it as a loose copy. So got it in the box. I always like to upgrade my loose copies to box copies. Mickey Mania was another game I had loose. That's in the box now. This one I didn't find in the box, but I got it loose. It's the Great Waldo Search. And most of these games I got for the Genesis, or most of these games I got for Genesis, I did get 164 game as well. Winter Olympics, Lilyhammer. So I had that as a loose copy. This one I didn't have before. College Football USA 96. I just love having sports games. And this one, I was just like, what the heck? Let's just get this. Berenstein Bears Camping Adventure. So it's from the Sega Club. I've already got the Magic School Bus, so I mean I figure this will be a fun game to play. And then another sports game I got, NBA in the Zone 98. You're probably wondering, well, what the heck did you get that one for? Well, here's the reason why I got it. Turn on the light here and show you. I actually got some boxes of some Nintendo 64 games I don't happen to have yet. And one of the boxes I have is Destruction Derby 64, and the other one is NBA in the Zone 98. So we're actually going to put that game in the box, and it'll be a complete copy. So, I mean, it's like, hey, find the box first, then you find the copy. That's a pretty simple way to do it. So I'm going to put that game in the box. But actually, next, the thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go out for a run. It's about 1 o'clock now, so I figure I better get that in before my wife gets home from work at 3, because, like I said, we're going over to her parents' house, my in-laws after that, and hang out the rest of the day over there. So I still got to run and then shower and shave and get these games put into my list and obviously have lunch. All right, so I completed my run. I ran 3 miles. And ran it in about 23 minutes, 42 seconds. Not a good run, though. Well, I mean, the time was okay, but it was just not fun today because it was, like I said, yesterday was really windy here, and today it was not as bad, which is why I chose to run today versus running yesterday. But, I mean, it was still bad. It was blowing up my face, and I used to have asthma as when I was a kid. And I think it kind of still affects me a little bit because it was just that air was so cold. Whoops, sorry, I got my phone in the lens there. The air was just so dang cold that it bothered me. I had to stop and walk a couple of times because of that. So, I mean, so my time wasn't, you know, it was 23:42, but it wasn't like really 23:42 because I'm stopping and walking. And unfortunately, I had to do that. So, I mean, it's just like I said, the cold air bothers me. So now I'm going to actually take the games I have in my hand in this case and put them down here in the storage room. Like I said, these games... Ow, I hit myself in the face. These games I have in my hand were the ones that I ended up getting box copies of today. Hopefully, like I said, we can turn this room here into a game room at some point once we get my entertainment center over. I actually picture it sitting between these windows, having a shelf over here and one over here that will store games as well, systems, and then we'll get a nice couch down here with a coffee table, a couple of lights, have a good game. This room right here, yeah, I showed this off before in my house tour. Yeah, this is just where to keep the boxes. I got so many like cases here because I replaced all my bad cases. And this box right here, these are all like duplicate copies I have of games. The Star Wars game I have in here because I actually bought the box and then forgot that I actually had the game for the Dreamcast instead.
So I just found a loose copy, put it in the box, and put it down here. So all these games you see in this box right here, and there's a ton more underneath. I'm planning on having a garage sale at some point once I get my collection done, and then we'll have like a big, huge like sale of video games. Some of them are good, some of them are great, some of them, you know, are just typical standard like games that aren't as great to play. But it'll be a nice like kind of like retro sale really, because it's what a lot of the games are going to be. And so like I said, with my TV taking like a big dump last night, so been playing Super Nintendo now on this TV, as you can tell. So I brought my copy of Mega Man 7 down here, so I'm just going to put it in the console and then play it later at some point. Not today. Probably not, actually. Maybe until Thanksgiving of next week. Come down here and avoid all my family. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. But it sucks, because I'd rather actually be playing upstairs so I can be closer to everybody. But because that TV took a dump, and we don't really know how to fix it just yet, whether we should take it in or whether we should maybe just find a TV for 10, 20 bucks. It's around the same size. I mean, we might have to do that. I mean, this room is going to get a flat screen TV at some point anyway, because we'd like to turn this into a guest room. You can tell it's got like Christmas decorations and tons of other stuff in here as well. As you can see, those video games are going to be downstairs at some point. But yeah, we'd like to turn this into a guest room. So it'd have a flat screen TV, and this one was going to go down the entertainment center, so we'll have to look for a different one. Now I'm going to get myself cleaned up, and then we'll be back for lunch. Alright, I'm all nice and clean now. Nice, smooth face. Oh, yeah. Feels nice. So, now it's time to have a late lunch. And you want to know how late of a lunch it is. It's, 2:46. So, it's pretty late, and I better hurry up here because my wife's going to be home in about 15, 20 minutes or so from work. So, yeah, better get started because, like I said, we have to leave, or we don't have to leave. It's not like we have to be over there right away. But, I mean, we're going to leave about a little after 3 here. So, usually I have, like, fruits and vegetables for lunch, but because of the fact we're running short on time today, bread, peanut butter, gotta get a little butter, too, to add to it. I always like to put a little butter on there as well. Gotta get a knife out. Oh gosh, my foot hurts like heck right now because I'm like walking on my right heel because I've got a really bad wart on the bottom of my I believe it's index toe. That's the one next to your big toe, whatever you want to call it. Plate. Also gonna grab myself some Lay's chips, classic. Get myself a bowl here. Yeah, this is probably boring the heck out of you. Gotta get myself a glass because I'm going to have some tea. Some sweet tea, actually, as well. Gotta get that Gold Peak sweet tea. Alright. I'm just going to make my lunch now and then enter those games into my collection that I have. So that's all I'm going to do for the rest of the time. And of course rest my foot, or rest that toe at least. I have to rest it at least for half an hour. Can't get anything on it that way so the medicine can work on it. So everybody, thank you for tuning in and thank you for watching and for tuning in to this vlog. I usually don't do one of these where I tell about what I'm doing during a day, but I figured, you know what? I'll do it this one time. If you want to see this again, feel free, give it a like. Give it comments in the comment section below if you want to see it. I know it was probably a little boring, but some days are just like that. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to my channel for more content in the corner. Follow me on Twitter. I'll post a link to that in the description below. We'll definitely do some more vlogs. So this isn't going to be like the only vlog I ever do. I mean, we do them once in a while if we go places. I've actually ordered an ugly Christmas sweater that will be coming in the mail 2 to 4 weeks from now. So once we get that, I'll unveil that. I'm not going to give you any more details on it because it's not just like a typical ugly Christmas sweater with like Santa and reindeer and stuff like that on it. It's a pretty good ugly Christmas sweater that's a little bit unique. So we'll unveil that as soon as it comes. So, thank you for watching again. This is Michael Loudon. Over and out.